This episode of Bluey is called Representation. What's most important about Bluey is the whole narrative of the show are these 7-minute vignettes into the world of the Healer family. And they're based around play. It's a game that starts off alright, but then becomes a bit too out of hand, just a bit too fast. We all know it from being children, so if play is built into everything, it opens a whole new realm of possibilities. For starters, children process their thoughts, feelings, and emotions through play. Similarly, I realised when I was reading this essay by Blaine Thornton that play facilitates something called an invitational rhetoric, especially for parents interacting with their kids, and it allows kids to practice this. And an invitational rhetoric is an approach based in communication. So in essence, it's empathetic. It's about inviting in another perspective or inviting yourself into another perspective to see the fuller picture through discussion. Ultimately though, this relies on a kid's emotional intelligence, which a lot of modern kids' TV shows don't do, and I'm not even going to waste screen time by showing you examples. Anyway, play. A gorgeous episode of Bluey that has the first deaf character on screen is called Turtle Boy, and in it we are introduced to Doogie, who communicates with her mom entirely through Aslan. Doogie's world is no different to Bingo's. In the episode, they have a parallel storyline. Bingo comes in on this side of the frame, Doogie comes in on this side of the frame. The way Doogie's mom and Bingo's dad interact with their children respectively, even though they're never on screen at the same time,
I'm not sure it's a dumb thing,
is identical, it's natural, it's human, it's parental. And this is a rhetoric that is then reinforced by the final episode of Bluey, which is called Surprise, or the final episode to date. And Bandit, who is simply just trying to watch the wheelchair marathon because there's an Australian athlete in it, is helping both girls with their game. First of all, there is very little representation of disabled athletes in media, and this was a monumental occurrence. Later on in the show, Bingo has a child whose head doesn't fit in their cup properly, and Bandit offers to fix it, to which Bingo refuses. In fact, it more so follows the social model approach to disability, which basically says there's nothing wrong with the person doesn't need to be fixed, we just need to find a way to accommodate them better. And Bandit is bringing this kid to the hospital
it's just
because
you've got something going on with your head and your body. It's basically your head and your body, but don't worry.
And then we pan to Bluey. And there are multiple theories among the fandom that Bluey and or Bingo are on the neurodiverse spectrum, though it has never been really confirmed or known by anybody. And Bluey is hearing something meant for her. Maybe something that has been said to her before, because Bandit communicates this so freely and calmly and reassuringly, as if it's something natural to him. As a young adult watching that show, that moment alone is beyond healing and beyond heartwarming. I always cry when it gets to that point. But the most important thing about Bluey's form of representation, apart from how positively it is portrayed, is who it reaches. I read a book by Greenberg, and further into it, it talks about how it reaches people outside around the abled and disabled binary. Different people consume different forms of media, aka different people consume different forms of animation. Then I realised the kids' TV show is a universal experience if you are a child. Whether you watch as much as someone else, I bet there are kids who've watched less Bluey than I have. You've seen the show, you're familiar with it, it's either run on TV or you have the streaming services at home and your parents put it on for you. So many parents sit down and watch Bluey with their kids. What truly, truly perfects Bluey's representation of disabilities in their animation is that a universal audience is reached, and no matter who you are, a neurotypical person, a neurodiverse person, somebody with a more hidden disability, somebody with a hearing impairment, a speech impediment, a mental health issue, or someone with a physical disability, or someone with none, they reinforce this wonderful and much needed positive message.
This won't hold you back. You know why? You've got a whole bunch of brothers and sisters who've got your back. And your mum and I are behind you all the way, because we're a family, and you mean the world to us.
And sometimes don't we all need to hear it?